So guys, in today's video, I'm going to give you a little bit of advice if you are thinking about making an application to the British Army. Hi guys, welcome to today's video. Like I said, we're going to be talking about some advice if you're thinking about going in the British Army. Now, my name is Kyle and I used to serve in the British Army. I did 6 years and my current job role at the moment is actually to prepare people to get into all walks of the military. So not just the British Army, the Royal Navy as well, and the Royal Air Force. So these tips here are going to be very beneficial for all job roles. So don't worry about it if you're not going in the British Army and you're thinking about doing Royal Air Force or the Royal Navy. These things are definitely going to be apparent to you as well. Now, when I joined the army around about 9 years ago, I didn't think about these things at all. I just jumped straight into it and I followed one of my friends into the regiment. And the next thing I knew, I ended up in a job role that I wasn't very happy with. So these points today are going to be very beneficial for you guys to think about while you're going through that application process and the selection process. So let's get into the first one. Okay, the first one then, you're going to have to really research your job role. So I'm not just talking about doing the slight bit of research that you get told to do when you're going through the selection process. I'm talking about really diving deep into what you're going to be doing later on in your career. So when you first join the regiment, you're going to know what you're going to be doing because you're going to get told that from the careers office. But when you first get to the rank of Lance Corporal, Corporal, Sergeant, you need to be knowing what you're doing on a daily basis, because these things that you're doing on a daily basis, you're going to be doing for a long period of time. So if you're doing them day after day after day and you're not enjoying it, you're going to end up leaving. So make sure you research your job role thoroughly and make sure you're making the right choice, because the last thing you want to be doing is when you're in basic training is trying to transfer and go through all that hassle. It isn't impossible. However, it does slow things down and it could cause a little bit of a blip in your basic training, your phase 2 training, etc., because it's all based on a timeline sort of thing. So when you join basic training, they've got you checked in already to go to this certain phase 2. So if you change your job choice in basic training, it's going to be sometimes difficult to get a different job role. So research your job role. To you then would be to get as fit as you possibly can. Don't just try and hit the minimum requirements that are needed for your job role. So if you need to do level 7.2 on the bleep test, make sure you can do at least level 9, at least level 8. You don't want to be getting the bare minimum requirements. Now, I know not everyone is capable of getting them really high scores, but what you should be doing is working extremely hard in your own time to get that score above the minimum requirement, because that is the minimum requirement, the minimum. So if you go into training and you're just hitting that minimum requirement, you're going to struggle quite a lot. There's also on the other side, fitness sort of opens a lot of doors in the military. Sort of the fitter people seem to sometimes get more opportunities than others. It's not always the case. However, the fitter you are, normally the better you can do your job. So just get as fit as you possibly can for selection, smash selection. More doors may open in terms of parachute regiment, Royal Marines, whatever you want to do by being fitter. And also, you'll just be looked upon as a better soldier the fitter you are. So just really concentrate on doing your press-ups, sit-ups, and all these sort of core movements that you need to do to get into your chosen job role. Make sure you've got a really good run time / bleep score, and just make sure you're at the pinnacle of your fitness. Don't accept the minimum requirements, because they are the minimum requirements for a reason. Okay, my last little bit of advice is more of a personal sort of bit of advice. Now, when I was in the military, I sort of had the opportunity to play a lot of sport because I was quite good at basketball. Now, if you're not a keen sports person, that's totally fine, then don't follow this last little bit of advice. But if you are keen at sport, whichever sport that may be, because the military does offer pretty much every single sport, then what I would advise to do is to chase it up when you get to your regiment. If you play any sort of sport in basic training or anything like that, express your sort of wanting to play sport. And if you're really good and you can play army level, tri-service level, it can open a lot of doors. It slows down your career in terms of a soldier. However, getting paid to play sport is a very good thing to do, and it's a very fun thing to do as well while in the army. I can definitely vouch for that. It was probably some of the best times of my army career, getting to play basketball while everyone else was slaving away. Now, some people may look down on this. However, I thought it was quite good. And if you are good at any sport, then I definitely advise chasing that one up when you go into the military. Okay, guys, that is going to be my 3 bits of advice that I would give to you today if I was thinking about joining one of the 3 services in the British military. Now, if you've got any more questions about joining the Royal Army, If you've got any more questions about joining the Army, the Navy, or the RAF, or anything to do with the military, then just shoot me something down in the comment questions. If there's any other subjects you would like me to cover in terms of videos, then shoot me it down in the comment section as well. Like I said, I do this on a daily basis, so I work very closely with the Careers Office to get young people into the Army, Navy, and the RAF. So it's a big part of my life. I'm quite passionate about it. So hit me up in the comments if you would like to see more, and I'll catch you in the next one.